Hey guys, welcome to day 2. Happy Tuesday. We are going to do a lesson on volcanoes. I thought that would be super neat since we're talking about different rocks and minerals and talking about parts of the earth. I thought we would throw in volcanoes because a lot of the different types of rocks and minerals that we have on our earth come from volcanoes and come from very cooled lava. So let's take a look at volcanoes. We'll talk about some of the parts of a volcano, and then at the very end, I'm going to show you guys some of the coolest volcanoes on our planet. Okay, so volcanoes are a type of opening in the Earth's surface. They are a type of landform, and they usually look more like a mountain, but they're different from a mountain in the sense that they have molten rock that erupts from the surface, okay? So normal mountains don't have that, so they are different, okay? Now, they are formed when the mantle kind of heats up the rock that it has. Do you guys remember that word, mantle? That is the largest layer of our earth. We have the lower mantle, which is solid rock, and then the top layer of the mantle is made up of both liquid rock and solid rock. That liquid rock is called magma, okay? And so when you have a volcano, there is something underneath the volcano called a magma chamber, okay? And that's that liquid rock. When the liquid rock heats up, when that magma is ready and it heats up just enough, it is going to travel up the volcano in something called a vent, okay? It is going to travel up. At this point, it is still called magma. Okay, so that magma is gonna go up the vent, and when it escapes, when it erupts out of the volcano, that is when it is called lava. Okay, so it's magma when it is within the volcano and when it is within the magma chamber, and then when it erupts, it is called lava. Okay, there are different stages of a volcano. So if a volcano is erupting a lot over the course of the year, it is active. So if it is actively erupting, it is an active volcano. The next type is called dormant. So the word dormant means to sleep. So that kind of makes sense. This is a volcano that has not erupted in quite some time, but may still erupt at some point. Like it is there if people are watching it, but it has not erupted in quite some time. So it is dormant. So we have active, currently erupting, dormant, it's kind of asleep. It hasn't erupted in a little while. And the last one is extinct. Okay, and as you guys know, the word extinct means no more. So it is still a volcano, it is known as a volcano, but it is not going to erupt. It does not have that capability anymore, okay? So those are the 3 different types of volcanoes. Now, there are tons of volcanoes still on our planet and many that are still erupting. So let's take a look at some pictures of currently active volcanoes on our planet. And the first one that we're going to look at is called Mount Tide. And this volcano is in Spain. And this volcano is an active volcano, but there is not a lot of lava flowing from it. So a lot of people like to go to Spain and they like to go to Mount Tide to hike up the side and go to the top. It is considered very safe to do that. So people are encouraged to go out and explore that particular volcano. Okay, so Mount Tide is a very cool one, and it is located in Spain. All right. The next one we're going to look at is called Mount Etna, and Mount Etna is located in Italy, and it is a very active volcano. Again, not a lot of lava flowing from it, but it does emit a lot of ash clouds and smoke rings, and that can also be very dangerous to the surrounding communities around a volcano because that ash is up in the air, but it has to come down at some point. So when it does, it kind of rains down ash on this town, rains down all that smoke, and so that's not very healthy for the people around it and can be dangerous. So Mount Etna in Italy. The next one is called Sakurajima. Sakurajima is located in Japan, and it is a volcano. It is very active, producing a ton of ash and ton of smoke, and can be extremely dangerous to the towns around it. Like I said before with Mount Etna, that ash and smoke has to go somewhere, and it fills up when it erupts. It fills up the towns around it. So Sakurajima is a very active volcano located in Japan. All right. And the last one I wanted to share with you is called Wakari. And Wakari is in New Zealand. And I thought this one was so beautiful, but it was also interesting to learn all the facts about it. So this one, if you ever get to go to New Zealand and view this volcano, you are going to view just the very top of Wakari. And Wakari is also called White Island as well. So the rest of the volcano is located underneath the ocean, which makes it super cool, but also not very safe, because this particular volcano forms lakes around it, and those lakes can be very toxic. There's one particular lake around Wakari, around White Island, that is filled with acid and sulfur. So none of those are good things if you're standing around it or viewing it. So very beautiful volcano, but still a lot of it is submerged under the ocean. It is still very active. So Wakari, the White Islands, located in New Zealand. And the last one that I want to share with you is called Mount Kilimanjaro. And I'm sure that most of you have heard of this one. Mount Kilimanjaro is located in Africa. And this one has 3 cones. So volcanoes, they can have, you might have seen the ones that have, that are shaped like this and they have one opening at the top. They can have more than one opening. So there can be volcanoes sitting on the sides of a big volcano within a volcano. Mount Kilimanjaro actually has 3 cones. So 1, 2, 3, all right? Now, 2 of the cones that are in Mount Kilimanjaro are dormant. So they are sleeping, okay? That means they're close to extinction, but they could still potentially erupt. One of the cones on Mount Kilimanjaro is completely extinct. It will not erupt anymore, but there are 2 that are kind of sleeping. But as far as more volcanoes, guys, this is just the surface of it. Go research all the volcanoes. There are many here in the US that are active and could potentially erupt. So I challenge you guys to go check those out and see what kind of volcanoes are out there. And that is our lesson for today on volcanoes. Tomorrow, we are actually going to look at 3 types of volcanoes. So within this lesson, there are actually different types that you will see. So we're going to take a look at that. So I hope that you will like, subscribe, and share this video. If you subscribe, you will get updates on when we post our next ones. So I hope that you will do that. And I hope everybody has a great Tuesday.